Hi, I'm Ken Oakes with Oakes Daylilies. It's bloom time here at our gardens in East Tennessee, heading towards mid to late June, which is our peak bloom time. So I thought I would just walk through the garden today and show you some of the things that are looking really nice. We've had a really wet spring and the flowers look great. So let's take a tour. So this is the variety Midnight Magic. You know, one of the great things about daylilies is that they come from almost near white to almost near black. And this is one of the darkest ones that we have, Midnight Magic. I mean, look at that gorgeous color. You know, I hope the video catches the color. We have a really hard time getting pictures of the dark daylilies like this. They tend to show up redder than they are. But this is Midnight Magic, about, 5.5, 6 inch blooms, 28 inches tall or so. So this next variety is Blushing Summer Valentine. This is a really nice pink with a maroon eye zone and edge. It's an all-American selection. It's been very popular with customers around the country. About 5 inch blooms, about 24 inches tall, Blushing Summer Valentine. So this next variety is the variety Spider Miracle. And one of the cool things about daylilies is not just the variety of colors, but also the variety in bloom shapes. And so this is an example of the spider type daylilies, and you can see why they would be named that. They have long thin petals, kind of like the legs of a spider. So this is a Spider Miracle. Great big blooms. They're listed at 8.5 inch. Nice big green throat in there. It puts out lots of blooms. It's just kind of getting started here for the season. But Spider Miracle. All right, so this next variety is the variety Orange Velvet. I kind of think of it as sort of like an orange sherbet color, and this is one of my favorites. I just come back to it year after year. Just nice big round blooms. It's like 6.5 inch blooms. You just see it's just now getting started blooming here. How many buds it's going to have, just be a massive color, and I just love this color. One of my favorites, Orange Velvet. So this next variety is the variety Mary Ethel Anderson, and we've looked at some plants already that have really big blooms, and on the other end of the extreme here, this one is listed at 2.5 inches in diameter. I don't know if it's even quite that big, and short. We've seen some that are quite tall. This would be a good one for the front of the border, or maybe even in a pot, because it's small stature. You could put it in a smaller pot than some of the bigger bloom, larger plants would take. And certainly, small things, compared to the big things, just makes a nice contrast in the garden. All right, so this next variety really caught our eye walking through the garden this morning. This is the variety Dorothy and Toto. And I mentioned earlier that daylilies different shapes and sizes. I showed you some spiders, and this is a really good example of a double daylily. So you can see, it's got the extra set of petals in the center there, so it makes it a puffy bloom, double shaped bloom. This is a stout metal winter. Great big blooms, listed at 6 inches. It's every bit of that today. Listed at 30 inches tall. We just planted these last fall, so it's not quite that tall for us today. Just a gorgeous blend of peach and, well, not really peach, pink and rose around the edge there, and with a little golden edge to it. Gosh, what a pretty bloom. The doubles and the spiders as well are really nice, to have in your garden for another reason, just because they have a different shape bloom. Kind of makes them stand out more against the more standard shaped daylilies. So you're walking through the garden, got your standard ones, then a double pops up, it catches your eye. So something to keep in mind about maybe mixing some of those into your garden. All right, this next variety is the variety Tusquila Tigris. I'm a big fan of the orange ones for whatever reason, maybe because I live in East Tennessee, go big orange. But this is the variety Tusquila Tigris, like I said. Big blooms, they're listed at 7 inches. It's just now getting started for us here in the garden, so there'll be lots of blooms here in a few days. Just makes a mass of this rich orange color. It's overcast this morning, so this is a lot brighter on a sunny day, but Tusquila Tigris. All right, here's another one of my favorites. Purdy Rich is the name of this variety. A lot going on in here. Look at that, kind of a rosy pink color. Got some white midribs, that's what you call these, down the center of the bloom. And then that gold edge around it. I really like this one. About 5 inch blooms. This is Purdy Rich. All right, so this next variety is the variety Heavenly Hash, which we joke about because we walk the gardens every year, and we come to this one every year. For whatever reason, it catches our eye. So this is just a nice near white, creamy, really colored bloom. If you put a piece of paper next to this, it's not going to be white, but certainly looks near white in the garden. Nice big wide petals, nice round bloom. Heavenly Hash. So this next variety is the variety WildOne, and it's a really cool combination of, it's got some reddish orange on the outside and then gold in the center. it's kind of an overcast day today, but on a sunny day, this really shines in the garden. It's got big blooms, about 7 inches in diameter. So really, nice bright addition to the garden. All right, so this next one is an unusual color. There aren't many brown daylilies, but this is milk chocolate, and it is definitely brown. And it's cool, it's also got the brown colored buds there, so when you look at it, you get more of the brown color. This is an unusual color. You'd be the only person in your neighborhood with a brown daylily, milk chocolate. So this next variety is the variety Inscribed On My Heart. Man, look at that. Talk about eye-catching. It's kind of a base color of a cream. We got that big purple eye zone, and then look at that big purple edge. Gosh, look at that. I dare you to walk by without taking a picture. Inscribed On My Heart. So I hope you've enjoyed our tour through the garden. Like I mentioned, it's mid to late June here at our garden in East Tennessee, which is our peak daylily bloom time. We've grown daylilies for over 45 years, so we love talking about all things daylily. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them below, or our contact information is on the website. And we've shot a lot of videos about daylilies, so you might want to check this one out, or there's a lot more on our YouTube channel.